Hey everybody, so I just wanted to make a quick video to show what the Master Premier Season 6 battles look like because none of the standard YouTubers are playing this league, and I just wanted to kind of show how busted this league has become and why nobody's playing it. So I'm going to show you guys a set of 5 battles done in the 2800 to 3100 ranking, which is pretty close to the max rank. And what you're going to see in these videos is a ton of crazy level 50 Pokemon that, in all honesty, I'm not quite sure how people were able to make at this point. But I'm not going to really get into how they did it. I'm just going to kind of show you the data and show you what things look like at this ranking in this league, which should be quite a bit of evidence as to why nobody's playing. And when I say nobody's playing, I'm playing these same like 5 or 6 people over and over and over, and the average wait time to find a match is close to 35 minutes. So I load up the battle screen and then I just wait for half an hour, sometimes an hour, and eventually I will get a battle against somebody who I probably have their team memorized, and they probably have my team memorized, because this league has been completely destroyed as a result of level 50, and it really sucks because this has always been my favorite league in Go Battle League, and I think this may be the end for Master Premier. So in this battle, I'm facing a guy with a level 50 Gyarados, which is very common. 2/3 of the teams I played had a level 50 Gyarados, by far the most common pick in the meta. And then he has here a Dragonite. So Dragonite was actually the second most common guy that I saw in these battles, and obviously Dragonite, Metagross, Magnezone, all the usual suspects in Master Premier were still there. So here he's got a Swampert as well, and this is a Shundo Swampert, so 3402, which is a maxed Shundo Best Buddy Swampert, so pretty impressive Pokemon to have. And let's take a look when his Dragonite comes back in. Most of the Dragonites I saw, obviously, were not level 50 because Dratini XL Candy is not really readily available at this moment. So here I am, Togekiss versus Dragonite. Should be good, even with the 2-shield scenario. And if I get the boost, then it's definitely over. Don't get the boost on that first one. Try it again. And either way, I should be fine in this situation regardless. So there's another one that's blocked, and that is a CP 4211 Dragonite. So that's a level 50, which is absolutely insane. How someone gets 296 Dratini XL Candy at this stage in the game is beyond me, but luckily I was able to barely pull that off. So another battle here. So here we have a Togekiss against a Magnezone lead, and I always am looking at the CP of these guys. Okay, so 3600 plus CP Magnezone, that's a level 50. I swap into my safe swap, Shadow Machamp, and they have a better safe swap, Shadow Machamp, than me. Their CP is higher, so they looks like this might be a best buddied 100 IV Shadow Machamp. So this stuff is crazy. The stuff these people have, it's truly amazing. I thought I went to extremes with the team that I built, and I'm just getting one-upped by most of these people that I'm running across. Ideally here, I would prefer to win Switch, but, I do have worse IVs than his, but we'll see how it goes. So it looks like he is going to make sure that he wins Switch. So obviously, whatever I'll do here, what I might do is I might wait until the last second and then come in with the Swampert to catch the Rock Slide. So I'm going to come in here with the Swampert, catch the Rock Slide. He's probably expecting I bring in Togekiss. So here comes the Rock Slide. Oh, it's actually Stone Edge, so this guy really went all out. Used an Elite Charge TM to put Stone Edge on his Machamp. I find Rock Slide actually works a little better, but I guess it's not as fancy. And he has a Dragonite, so I'm pretty much screwed here in this battle. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. So the writing's on the wall here. I can maybe let him wild charge me and have a crazy farm, but I don't think it's gonna happen. But so you saw this guy's team. He had a 100 IV Shadow Machamp Best Buddy. We're close to a 100 IV. I'm sure his Magnezone's a 100 IV, and that's definitely a level 50 Magnezone there at 3623 CP. And then he had a level 50 Gyarados. So in the first two matches, out of the 6 Pokemon, all 6 were level 50. Which to create a single level 50 Pokemon is actually an extreme dust and time investment to make. So the fact that I'm 6 for 6 so far kind of shows you why very few people are playing this league right now. No one cares about Swinub. All right, so another match here. So in this particular match, I'm leading Togekiss again. Okay, this is a great lead. It is a Shadow Machamp. Let's look at the CP, 3,400. Okay, so that's a level 50. Okay, so he switches into a Snorlax, and that is a 3647 CP Snorlax, which is insane. So 3647, that is a level 50. So this particular player was able to catch at least 296 XL Snorlax, transfer them for the candy. So, yeah, I don't know how these people are doing this, but I've actually seen lots of level 50 Snorlax playing in this league, which is crazy. It doesn't seem realistic to be able to get. I used to use Shadow Snorlax along with Togekiss and Swampert on this team, and when Master Premier started, I used my original team of Shadow Snorlax, Togekiss, and Swampert, and I was getting destroyed because my Shadow Snorlax was only level 40 Best Buddy, and that just wasn't cutting it against these level 50s. So I actually had to take out Snorlax and insert this Shadow Machamp that I made. I made this Machamp for gymming. So I used Dynamic Punch by day and Cross Chop by night on this thing. But it's, so I was very motivated to make that Machamp because I use it for multiple things. But anyway, it's a level 50, so it can hang. That Snorlax just wasn't cutting it, so I had to take it out. But clearly some people are able to find a way to make level 50 Snorlax because I think there's another one in this video where you'll see another 3600 CP Snorlax. So he comes in here with the Metagross. I did see a couple Metagross over 4000 CP, which is quite crazy. This particular Metagross is just a baby, normal, classic level 40 Metagross in the 3800s, which is kind of still a really big threat in this league, but it's kind of rare when seeing a guy that's not level 50 is like impressive. So I'm going to just throw a couple Hydro Cannons to get this thing out of here, and it is a shiny though, so good for him. And we'll see what else he has here. So I'm not really talking too much about the battles. I'm just kind of letting the numbers do the talking. You can kind of look at the CPs of the stuff that these people have. And, for the most part, all these Machamps are over 3,400 CP. The Swamperts are over 3,400 or right at it roughly. So here's another battle. Okay, so here's another Swampert. So again, let's just take a look at the CP, and you can immediately gauge what kind of level. Okay, so 3362 Swampert. That's another level 50. So Swampert, I made a level 50 Swampert myself for this league, and it was extremely difficult to do. I had to go to a Mudkip nest for multiple Mudkip nests for multiple weeks, multiple times a day, and I was still barely able to make it. And I thought I was going to have something truly unique in this league because it was so hard to make, but I was very wrong. Everyone that's playing this league has something epic, and that's why they're doing it, which is probably why the majority of the player base is completely skipping this league, because in order to even have a chance, you need to really go out of your way to create something to have an advantage. And as you can see, it's quite difficult with just standard stuff. Okay, so they have a Snorlax here. That's a CP 3690 Snorlax. So that's good for them. Luckily, though, I have a Machamp to answer that, so I really do like Machamp on this team in place of the Snorlax. He can really punish that swap-in that people are doing. So looks like this person is going to try to unwisely stay in here, and they'll body slam, and it'll put me into the red, but I should be fine to farm down by the time it's done. And then after that, we'll see what they come back in with. And looks like they're going to come back in with a Magnezone. So anytime I see a Magnezone, I know I'm good. Even though I'd lead Togekiss, it's my two guys in the back are very good against Magnezone. So we'll just get the shield here, and then we'll threaten basically all of its health. They make a nice switch and sack the Swampert, but it doesn't matter because I have loaded energy on the Togekiss, and then I also have a full health Swampert as well. So this game's pretty much over. I'll just come back in here and flamethrower this guy down. Okay, so that person had a level 50 Snorlax. That's the second level 50 Snorlax I've seen in the last 10 battles. And they had a level 50 Swampert, and then they had a Magnezone. And then this will be the final battle. Mamoswine was a very common pick as well, along with Rhyperior. I didn't show any Rhyperiors, but he was super common, and that was a level 50 Mamoswine, and now this is a level 50 Gyarados. So I think you're kind of seeing the trend, and that's really my goal here, is just to show people what these battles look like and why nobody's playing them. It may look like I'm just doing all these battles back to back to back to back, but if you look at the top, I had to wait hours and hours to do these battles, and anytime I got a battle, it was super exciting because I was actually going to get to do something. It was painful. It was painfully boring waiting for doing these battles. This is actually the battle that got me to rank 10 or rank 24, whatever it is. I was 3-1 in the set, about 10 points away, and I knew if I got this one, I would get there. So it's kind of a lot of pressure when I was doing this particular battle, and that's kind of why I'm showing this one. So the Gyarados Machamp matchup was super duper common in the middle. It just came down to baiting primarily. If they shielded the cross chop, then I was good, and if they didn't, then it was a little dicey. But I always came out with the shield, and then Togekiss could farm up energy to throw the heat at the Mamoswine when he comes back in. This was still a tense battle for me because I didn't know what their third Pokemon was. I actually saw a lot of people running Dragonite and Gyarados on the same team, so I was thinking that might be very bad if that's the case. But luckily for me, this person's third Pokemon was a Machamp, so I knew I was probably going to be good. And then if you just look again at that Machamp CP, it is in the 3400s, and everyone that's maxing a Pokemon at level 50, it's going to be probably a 100 IV, so that's a 3455 Machamp. So unless you have the resources to make 100 IV level 50 Pokemon best buddy, most likely you're probably not playing in this league, which explains why myself and maybe 15 other people in the world are consistently playing this league right now, while everybody else fled to the Holiday Cup. Okay, so the Mamoswine's going to come back in, and I just need to shield once, and then the Hydra will basically almost take it out. Mamoswine was a fairly reasonable pick for this league. It's a pretty legitimate one to get to level 50. The XL candy is obtainable. Same with Rhyperior. Swampert, sort of. It's, you do have to hit Nest, but you can make a level 50 Swampert. Snorlax, Dragonite, Metagross. I saw 3 level 50 Kunkeldors. Those are some of the ones that I saw that I just don't quite understand how people did it. But in any case, a lot of motivation must have been required to make such a crazy Pokemon. So that was the match there. But the summary is basically this is what my screen looked like for all of the battles. I was just stuck here, and then I would go and check emails or do the dishes or, do laundry and just have my phone propped up, waiting for an hour at a time for somebody to come in with their epic stuff and destroy me. So that's why no one's playing this league. Master Premier is basically dead, but none of the other YouTubers are making videos on Master Premier because they're not playing it. So I just decided to provide some evidence to anyone that was curious as to why no one's playing this league right now. And hopefully in the future, Niantic will implement a Master Premier Classic because I think it is a really fun league. But I do think for this season, it's going to be dead.